to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
If you will. I was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. And so a lot of things are going. And when it's, thank you, Robin. There's no reason. You guys don't need to be sorry. It's just, it is what it is at this point, but that's why I talk slow. So, I will try very hard to, speed it up. And, if I start going a little slow, I'm sorry. It's because the words in my brain are not completely there and I'm trying to find them. So, with that said, a couple things first. Yeah, Mel, that's easier said than done. I am extremely, I'm shaking. I have been shaking since this afternoon. I have always been respectful towards Jen, always. Whether it be in person or in any live, whether she's there or not, I have always been respectful towards her. There was even a time that I stood as just the way I've been. Not anymore. The quiet ones are the ones that you should really, really worry about, Jennifer. And I hope she's listening. And I know she probably is. I've unblocked her. And I'm going to tell you all now, she is more than welcome to come in at any time and grab a box. It will just be her and I. Everyone will drop. And out of respect, Holly will leave. And it will just be her and I. But there are a lot of questions. And I've kept quiet for a very long time. I don't look for recognition for what I've done to you, Jennifer. I do not look for praise. I do not look for reimbursement. I've turned my gifts off. So no one in here can give me a gift while I am speaking about you. So your false narrative about they're making money off of me goes right out the window. Holly is her sister. That is all. And sorry. Where was I? Oh, I'm gonna swipe there so that way I don't see the comments as big at the moment. I'm not gonna pay much attention to you guys for a second while I talk to Jen. So I don't look for monetary gain. I don't look for all of that. I made it crystal clear. At least I thought I did. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I am. You can soundbite this. Here's your chance. I am losing my mind. I thought I made it crystal clear on more than one occasion to keep my name out of your mouth, and I will stay away. I don't get inboxes. I don't talk about you. And I certainly, every time I hear about you talking about me, I don't entertain it. But somehow, you still have Scotty's wife just roll right off your tongue. Now, first thing on the agenda, and a very heavy hitter, and this is the only time I'm going to say a fugitives live, and told that fugitive that you would give him all of the information on the back end about the women. And by the women, you made clear it being the Facebook group in which you happen to just throw Scotty's wife out your mouth as well. Here's a newsflash. I was not part of that Facebook group, but you took it upon yourself to, on a live, spew my name to a known fugitive. Now, I have gotten credible reports that people are being contacted in years because of you. So I'm warning you. Any information given to that man, it will be game over. Now, second, what happened today? I don't even know who this, let's see, creatively speaking, baddie woman is, but she seems awfully flighty, a lot like you. So now I topic. Both of you like to outright beg for things that are not there. And I just met this woman today. But again, I was yet respectful in her live and listened to you, Jennifer, spew and defame and slander me. I'm sure you're familiar with what that means. And I'm sure you also know that when you tell someone that you are taking them to court and that you have an attorney, when you say those things out loud and that is false, do you know that that is a crime? I will let you look that up. I'm not going to give you that one for free. And you'll figure it out by the time this live is over. Just how I know that. So, you continued to say multiple things, that I'm not an advocate, that I signed some paperwork. Let's see here. See, because when I turned over some things to you, all of your stuff, remember the quiet ones that you have to worry about? Yeah, that's me, sweetheart. Because I gave you all of your stuff back. But I have assurances. I have insurance policies, if you will. And I have video evidence. I have quite a bit. So we'll start with your first accusation of the advocacy, which you seem to tell a lot of people that I was never an advocate. Okay. That's interesting. And when you said those words today, you also stated that when I signed the authorization to release information, because I believe that's what it says on the top of this paper. Yeah. That says women helping women. You said that I wrote on that paper that I was an advocate. So, we're going to do a little bit of finagling. You do remember, I am the only one who knows where you live. And I have never, and again, will say, never tell anyone where you live, ever. No matter how much I dislike you. I do not hate you. I dislike you. I cannot bring myself to hate. So let's see what we can see. Let's see. How do we... Oh, here we go. Effects. Background. None. Okay. You're gonna have to forgive me because I am not completely savvy with technology. Scam, how do I turn off my green screen?
So, you should be able to go into the green screen option, and then like the very first option on the very left should be like a little X, like a circle with an X, I think, to like turn it off.
Yeah, and I'm hitting that, but it won't go away. Okay, well, here.
I mean, maybe try switching to a different green screen and like a different picture and then turning it off, maybe.
Add a background without an effect. Add. Okay, and then there we go. Got it.
Hey, all right.
Sweet. Okay, so you can see my living room for the moment while I do a little bit of finagling. So we all agree that, where is my camera? I'm trying to get this thing to stand because I'm on my tablet so I can use my phone when I'm done. Okay. We can all agree that this says women helping women, correct? Let me get rid of my background. Here we go. There we go. Okay. And it's an authorization to release information. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm trying to get it to stay. There we go. I got it. Okay. And quite frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn about doxing my name at this point because pretty much everybody knows my name. So let's see. We'll fold this in half. I don't want to write on this paper because it is an exhibit. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, on this paper, where does it say advocate? It says other. Please specify. Information with support. What I'm covering is my address. But nothing in there says advocate, like you stated. But of course, you have the receipt, right? So please, by all means, show me the receipt that says advocate on it. So that's the first. Second, I was the one. You'll have to forgive me for the shaking. I'm very pissed off. So, I was the one that got you into this program. Yes? Okay. This program allows your address to not be found. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's funny. But I'm not an advocate. Definitely not an advocate. Nope, can't be. Nope, not at all. Okay. So we'll just keep going. And not to mention the fact that I'm gonna make sure that this woman's name is not on there. But these places, I called on your behalf to make sure that you got furniture, to make sure that you got necessities, right? Everything that you could have possibly needed in the apartment you're in now that I helped you find. Okay, not an advocate. Because I'll show text messages here in just a little bit that shows I helped you find that. But you keep going. Also, the nice lady, I won't say her name. I will actually cover it up at Women Helping Women, who you were extremely rude to, FYI, because I believe the story went that you told me, because it's in the text message and also on video. You told me that Women Helping Women were supposed to pay not only your security deposit, but also your first month's rent when you found a place. And I remember telling you to put money back, to keep putting some of your money back just in case, because government funding is on a first come, first serve basis. And what happened? We'll get there. So, this nice woman, that day, you finally come in and you tell her, I need help finding a place. And are you going to give me the money for my security and my first month's rent? Not, are you going to help me? Or something a little nicer. It was, are you going to give? In that small little room of the three of us. And so this is what she told you. She gave you this list and said, here is what we can help you with that might be able to get you in and help. And while you're working on that, I will see about the program. She came back in and told you that there was a freeze on the program. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you. She even knew I was an advocate by the way I was speaking to you and by what I was helping you do. So, you then got very upset and was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, Jen, you need to calm down. We will figure it out. We will figure it out. I didn't have to be there. I did not have to do any of this stuff that I did. I have 2 children, a husband, and a home. You are one person, grown AF. And here I am holding your hand. But not an advocate, right? Not an advocate. Okay. Then we started going apartment hunting. And while we were cleaning everything out and getting things out of your old apartment that you didn't want in there because you were afraid of Matt, rightfully so. I've had the chance to meet the man. Don't know how much of a man he is, but anyway, excuse me, neither here nor there. You gave me some things rather interesting. You gave me a list. One's all in green, and then the other's all in pink. But could be nothing, really. But these are all the people that you wrote down to not have in your lives or not to be associated with, right? Shit. Ton more here. Good. Gee, you got both pages. Both sides. And even, you got half of the page there. So, you got some of that you left behind. And I did make a list for you because you were worried about Judy. You were worried about your sister and about her getting a hold of all of your medical stuff. So, I'm curious. I made a list and I said, we need to go to medical, we need to go to cricket, we need to go to the bank, And look here, well, I'll show you this side of it real fast. Yeah, see, okay. We need to go to the YWCA, speak to Claire, because we're still looking for an apartment, right? We're still looking, because you're freaking out. You're calling me, texting me 5 minutes. Like, there's nothing I can get away with. So I'm constantly messaging you and talking you down from a ledge and telling you it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. It will all be okay. So we went to medical. And what did you do? You put me down. I said, why are you putting me down? And you said, well, because you're my advocate and you know what's going on with me. And I want you to see my medical and I want you to help and all of these things. And I said, well, I really think that, it should be family. But seeing how you don't have family, fine. At least you'll have someone responsible enough to not leak it. Because, Jennifer, did your medical shit get out there? Nope. Definitely not. Okay, so then after we left medical, I had your entire medical file in my hand. And I want everyone to realize that back then, my truck had a dash cam that not only recorded what was happening on the road, but what was happening inside my truck. Every conversation, every talk, every mishap, all video. And again, each one marked, and Jennifer in evidence. So, since we're on medical now, and I'm still not, your words, I'm not an advocate, okay? Even though I think I just proved to the group, I think I proved to the classroom, I'm an advocate. And I'll go one step further while I tell you this too. I will pull up my schedule from Michigan. Yep, still have it. From when I was an active advocate, because you said that you had proof I was never an advocate. I want to see that proof, Jennifer. I want to see the proof. I would love to. Yes, please. So, Jen and her medical. I really went to bat for you. I really did. And we sat in my truck and I went over everything. And one thing that really stood out just for me, that I needed clarity on. I mean, most of you know this, but I needed clarity on was the ashes. And there was no miscarriage. And you broke down, and I looked at you and I said, I'm here for the long run. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. But to keep me here, you need to be honest. Honesty will always keep me here. I don't care what it is, but you have to be honest with me. And she looked straight at me and said that she does not have ashes, and she never did, and that it was a way for her to get money. So I did not get mad. I did not. I'm being honest because I told her I would not. She knew I lost my daughter, and I just wanted honesty. And I thanked her for being honest. I said, how does that make you feel now? Now you're honest. She said she felt a little better, and she felt like she could trust me. And I said, well, that makes me feel a little better because, I mean, hell, I've been around for a hot minute now, and, you know, I'm in charge of your medical. So I hope you can trust me now. So there was that. Now, I'm looking at my email real fast for advocacy proof, just so there's more proof for you in the chat to know that I, in fact, was an advocate, and that there is zero doubt
Can you hear me now? Okay. So just to clarify the whole pregnancy thing, she never had a tubal. She miscarried between 6 to 8 weeks. So there was still a pregnancy. She just miscarried, but she never had the tubal like she said she did.
Yes, exactly. But there were no ashes. It was cells. There was nothing. It's I think it's on the phone.
Correct. There was no hospital stay and no surgery.
There we go. People. Mail. Mm-hmm. Load. Good heavens.
No, it definitely wasn't half in or half out. I remember the day that she actually miscarried. Her and Brad called mom and said she was being taken to the hospital because she was having excessive bleeding and cramping. And then when they got there, that's when she found out that she was pregnant. And then they was like, well, you're miscarrying. So, and Brad is her ex-husband who passed away.
These are so old. It's taking forever to load. Sorry. That what was fake? Katie Bear.
The cancer, she's saying the cancer was fake.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Just wait.
Okay. Okay. These are all, I don't really care. It shows my whole name. These are all emails. I'm not going to show like the whole email, but it's just like the beginning of it. But it's going to, if you look at the top, the W or the YWCA Kalamazoo. Like right here, if it will zoom in or fix. Can everybody see that, or is it blurry?
It's a little blurry, but it's just going to take your camera a minute to adjust to it.
But like, there's my W-9 that went to the YWCA Kalamazoo. I mean, like, and then to let them know that I was also a process server. Like, these, how much more? Like, are we good? Everybody on the same page? Hopefully Jen's on that same page. Okay? Okay. Now, advocacy is taken care of.
And just another thing to prove your advocacy is when I was in the hospital at the end of September, and all that stuff that was going on, you were there and advocated not only for myself, but also for my husband because I couldn't speak. And the hospital just wouldn't let anybody or everybody do that. So,
Yes. I mean, I do know what I'm talking about when I talk to people. I may be slow, but I do eventually get what I need to get out. So, Jen, you just literally screwed the pooch on all of this. So, medical, we're still there. Sorry, I'm following a bullet. Scam told me I should follow a list. So, I wrote myself a list. So, medical. There are some things. Now, chat, I'm going to talk to you. There are some things that I am just not going to disclose. I think that it is disgusting in nature. I think that you just, there are just some things that you just should not do as a human. And I will tell you that without giving, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Without giving specifics, not pacifics, but specifics. I can tell you that as far as cancer goes, in her chart, she did at one point have what may have been cancer. But it was treatable. And we'll leave it at that. The pictures. Jennifer, I'm gonna talk to you for a minute. Those pictures. And I want you to really think long and hard before you go and you make that TikTok tonight. You better think. There's a few things you're gonna need to think on tonight, but you better think. Those pictures of you in all pink, wearing a sash, with your hair all done up, and looking so proud of yourself. Would you say that was false advertisement, Jennifer? Because we had a conversation about that. So I just want you to think about that. Because, video with audio, that's really hard to disprove. Really hard. So, then after the medical, we had to go to Cricket to get her a new phone. That kind of irked me and irritated me. For someone who doesn't have much. Oh, God. And is trying to save money for an apartment. There's no reason for you to get a new phone. Just change your number, Jennifer. That's what I told you. Got the text messages. That's what I told you to do. Just change your number. And got the video too. Yep, got that. So I got that done. And we went to the bank. Went to the bank. Took less than a man off. And you added me as the beneficiary. I can't make this shit up. I really can't. I can't make it up. Hold please, because I thought that was in my stack. That is in my bag. So you made me the beneficiary. And again, I asked you why. And you were dead set that you were, and I don't know how many times I had to talk you off of a ledge. Oh, puzzle piece. There we go. Okay. So hold please. Let me go get that. Okay, so I'm not embarrassed, but this is how long, Jennifer, this is how long you have been put away, okay? I want you to see how long you have been put away and not thought of. Look at my bag. Do you see that? That is how long you have been put away and not thought of. Yeah. But it seems like ever since I left you, I constantly hear my name from you. I don't understand it. Nope. I just don't. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, that's not in there either. So, I will just have to put it on my YouTube. Whatever is not here this evening will be posted on my YouTube. And I will make a TikTok with my YouTube. And you can go to that and you can look at all of the nice little things that you got to look at tonight, but redacted. So she made me her beneficiary. And There wasn't. I mean, there wasn't a lot in it. There was enough because she had been working. So enough that I was proud of her, and I told her as such. And then we left. I did not have a passcode. I did not have access to her account. I did not have login information. I did not have anything. I was strictly, if anything were to happen to Jen, then I could go into the bank and make sure that everything was taken care of, and the right people got whatever she had. So then we went back to the nice Plaza Hotel. That is, the hell's the name of that place? Shit, it's been so long I forgot. Unalived by the Road or something. I don't know. I don't remember the name of that godforsaken place. But the place in downtown where she lived with Matt. I can't remember that name of that place. But anyway, so we went back there, and I told her, I said, listen, you have a lot of work that you need to get done. Here's what I need from you. Okay? I need you to sit down. I need you to look at places that could take you and the animals, like for that places for rent, like apartments. I will be doing the same. But, you know, coming down here as often as I was is just not as feasible. And she said, okay, not a problem. Great. Perfect. Awesome. I left. About 5 minutes after I left, I got a phone call. Let me see if I got it. If I had it written down. Yeah, there it is. Yep, got it. And she was all excited. Found an apartment. And all of these things. And I said, Jen, do they take animals? And she said, I think they do. I said, you think? Did you ask? Like, you have animals. Well, let me call you back. Okay. Never calls me back. When she tells you she's going to call you back, she's not going to call you back. When you tell her you're going to call her back, she doesn't give you time to call her back. She calls you and doesn't give you time to do anything. So she kept calling around. Finally, she stopped. She called like 3 places and then stopped. I got home and my phone had like 20 text messages because I'm driving. And I finally call her. I have not seen anyone in my house the whole damn day. But I call her because I'm not an advocate. And I handle her crisis. And so I sit and I look, and now my husband starts getting involved. He sits and he looks. We came up with an apartment. It was $750 a month on the first floor. It was a private landlord, and the only issue, which wasn't an issue at the time, I thought, they said that if it's a pet, it has to be a service pet. It can be an ESA pet, but they have to have papers. So, okay, cool. Got it. Bet, right? Okay. So, I called Jen. I said I found it. Told her where the apartment was. Told her how much it was. Said, you're on the first floor. Like, can't get any better than that. You ain't got steps. You ain't got a huff and puff. And I said, but, you told me that you got papers for the dog and the cat, so we're golden. And she's like, oh, well, I don't know where those papers are. Jen, you don't know where those papers are. Well, you need to find those papers. I got stern, and she didn't like it. So I said, I don't know what to do for you right now. I found you a place. You find those papers, and then you call me back. And I hung up. It had been a long day. That was it. Did not hear from her for a week. Then she calls me. Oh, mind you, she wanted me to look in the Mount Carmel, Milford. I wrote these all down. Mount Carmel, Milford, Eastgate, Covington, Fairfield, and Mainville areas. Those were my tasks. Okay? Yeah. So, I had a lot in front of me to do, but I was bound and determined to do this. So she then calls me after about a week. No, sorry, didn't call me, text me. And it's like, so did you call anybody? Not ever. Good morning. How are you? How is your day? It was always, what did you do for me? I said, yes, I did. I called quite a bit of people. Quite a bit. And, I'd like to go over them with you. Well, instead, she said, well, hold on a second, because I wanted to tell you something. What, Jen? Well, I was watching Scammies Live, and Dora was in there, and T is streaming, and all of this constant ramblings. And she brought up the fact that Matt had not been found yet. And she said, listen, I have his probation officer's number and name. And I said, okay. Oh, newsflash, I did too. Like, I'm not stupid. I do all of my homework. And she said, I have tried calling, and she made this big long spiel. Needless to say, she did not look for apartments. She was too busy watching everything on TikTok. That's all she did. All she did. Tea. Yes, tea. That's all she did. All she did. Finally, it came down to the fact that she made it. She made me feel like she was going to be thrown out because she told me she was going to be thrown out. So I immediately went down there and I spoke to the supervisor in the apartment with her. And I said, hold on. He asked me who I was. She introduced me, wouldn't let me speak, and said, she's my advocate. But I'm not an advocate. And he said, well, you need to sign something stating that I can talk to her. And I looked at him and I said, well, she's standing right here. Can a verbal be fine for right now? Because I have a couple of questions. I'm a little concerned. And he said, fine, that, he was okay with it. Because his head boss was standing right next to him. They were doing inspections that day. And I said, I'm curious, if you guys are what the hell is it called? Like a step up program, whatever, from rehab, like they get out of rehab, sober living. Yes. If you are a sober living facility, why would you discourage a tenant or a resident from going to work and telling the tenant that they can't go to work because they have to make their house meeting, dumb, that they're going to be thrown out and so on and so forth. I think there was a couple of other things that I had pointed out that she had told me specifically. And he looked at me like I had 5 heads. And he said, well, she is behind on rent because they do have to pay a portion. Not going to disclose that. But she was behind. And her reasonings to me were not good enough. But anyway, and he said that he never threatened to throw her out. He actually told her that if she could not find an apartment by that Friday that I was there, he would extend her another month and work with her. That they are not in the habit of just throwing people out. So I said, oh, that's different. Okay. And I said, what about the house meetings? I said, because there seems to be a discrepancy with how the meetings are run. Could you help me understand that? Because if the house mother, if you will, it's actually supposed to be a house supervisor who lives at the end of the hall, And that person is supposed to be able to see everyone, be able to open up their door and be able to see everyone on that floor. So every floor had a house supervisor, if you will. Yeah, the house mom. So, her floor, that individual and her did not get along. Shocker. And there were some accusations made. And so she was told that if she did not make the meetings, because she was skipping a lot more meetings and she wasn't at work. She just wasn't going to the meeting because of said supervisor. So he said that was the other issue. He is aware of all of the issues Jennifer has brought, but he has tried to work with her. I said, okay, fantastic. I appreciate it. Shook his hand, shook his supervisor's hand, which infuriated someone next to me because I could feel the eyes. So sorry. They left. I looked at her and I said, no, I told you from the very beginning, honesty. You want my help? You want me here? Honesty. That is the first key. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how good it is. Honesty. I treated her just like I do my kids. And she said, I'm sorry. I get it. She was all about the huffing and puffing and trying to make it where it was my fault. But that shit doesn't fly with me. So I told her, I said, no, we're getting back on track. This is it, Jen. I will help you. But I'm done. Honesty has to be it. So, while I am busting my behind, trying to find her houses, or apartments even, not just calling places, right? But driving places. Because we all know when you're calling apartment complexes, sometimes people can be a little shady and they can be like, we just don't want you, kind of a thing. So if you show up and you put your best foot forward, a lot of the time you get a better response. So I did that without her. Well, while I'm doing all of that, here we go. She's busy listening to Scammy Claws, which, whatever. And wrote this. I'm gonna hide that piece because that has full names and I'm not about that. So I'm not sure what this is, but this is what was given to me for Scammy Claws. Then, while she's doing that, see, she had a lot of time on her hands because I'm dumb. I was doing her dirty work. She wrote more. This might be hard to read because it's on pink paper, but she wrote more. Bullies and Tammy's BS. But a lot more screen names. I don't know. Lots of stuff. Lots of crap. Okay? Yeah. So I finally had it. I'll save these two here in a second because the really big one is coming here in a little bit with some text messages and stuff. So I'd had it, and I had her come to my house. Yes, I did. The mean and the non-advocating and hateful individual had her in my home. And she sat right there. Right there. In that chair. Right there. I'm sorry. I went over all of the things that I found. I even involved my church. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even paying attention to the chat. I even involved my church, Jennifer, for you. You sat right there, because I know you're watching me. You sat right there. That's not the front door you came in. It's not the door you remember. Because see, people that work hard actually work hard can afford nice things. That door came from Texas. We actually drove down there to get it. So, but you sat in that chair. And you told me, in which, by the way, just so you know, Jen, you are not very observant. Do you see that camera right there? Yep. That was also there that day too. Yep. So, cameras everywhere. So you sat there and you told me that you found a place and that you think it's gonna work. And I told you to bring everything that you have. Everything that you don't want in your apartment because of your, being afraid of certain things, maybe being taken or seen. I told you to bring everything with you. And you did. You brought it all with you, including letters, which I might read a snippet of one because I found it very interesting. Joan Marie, stolen stuff? What do you mean stolen stuff? Oh, from her stolen stuff? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. See, this is why I can't pay attention to chat. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Scam. So, you brought everything with you, and you told me to hold on to it. And in those things was a laptop, the infamous laptop, mind you, the tablet that mysteriously didn't work anymore, and you wanted my husband to fix it. We'll get there too. And all of the rest of the stuff. Letters upon letters and addresses upon addresses. Well, I kept all of that for you. And I gave you some very sound advice that day, Jennifer. Do you remember what that advice was when you sat right there? When you sat right there, do you remember what that advice was? I told you that it does you no good to listen to T, what they have to say, to listen to what Scammy has to say. It does you no good. I never once told you to stay off of the internet. Never once told you to stay off of TikTok. I told you that don't listen to them. If you want to go live, go live. Hell, I encouraged it. Because that was the day we went live in my garage. Moron. Duh. Remember? So you tell people that too. Then, after you left, or right before you left, I told you, I said, why don't you come over for Thanksgiving, Christmas? You have nowhere to go for the holidays. Nowhere. I can't because, of everything. I'm not allowed. Okay, fine, whatever. Cool. Keep looking for a place. Holidays come and go. You're magically still there. Well, now by this time, Scammy, Matt wasn't at that apartment. I was there. I can honestly say that the amount of times that I was at her apartment, he was not there. And he was trespassed from that property. So he was not, he was not there, period. Once I was with her, once that report was signed and sealed that day, which I saw the look on her face when she did it, he was no longer allowed at that apartment. He was not allowed at the building, at the apartment, at the property. And he actually went on the run. So I can give you plenty more information on that if you'd like at another time. But I can tell you that no, he was not at that apartment. I will call Jen on everything and anything. But I will also, give credit, unfortunately, where credit's due. God, I almost vomited. Okay, so, anyway, so, I forgot where I was now. Where was I? I asked her to be at the holidays. She said no because of all of the rules and regulations. She wasn't allowed to have sleepovers. She wasn't allowed to be gone overnights, all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until I can't remember now. Because in there, she got scammed, and my husband actually gave her, oh yeah, there we go. Yep. My husband gave her $300 because she got scammed on an apartment she found. And after everything was said and done, I found out that I got taken. So that she actually duped me. So I never saw that 300 again. But here's the thing that I always tell people, if you're going to give, never expect it back, ever. And I really don't. But she told me that she would send me the card that she put the money on, because she wasn't allowed to have, I think it was a green dot. Yep, it was a green dot card. She was not allowed to have a green dot card, and she could not call it in. And I said, why not? And here's that honesty again. And I said, I need you to be honest. And she said, okay, fine. Here's what happened. Back in the day, when I was using with Matt, that used to be our scam. We used to, I guess, I don't know how the hell they would move money, but they did. And then they would get that back. They would claim fraud and get that back. And so she told me that all I had to do was call and let them know, because now this is a legitimate fraud. she literally did get scammed. Because I even spoke to the person that all of this happened with. And she legitimately got taken. And that's, I felt horrible because I backed it. And that's why my husband gave her the money. Because she saved it. And I know it, it takes a lot to save that kind of money. So we gave it to her. But she told me what to do. And I did all of the things. And would you know, they sent me 17 cents in a check. 17 cents. I was like, okay. Lesson learned. Got it. So, then holidays passed. We finally found her an apartment, and we got her moved in. I feel like I'm missing something. Court. Oh yeah, court. So we get her moved in. I'll get to dash cam in a minute. We got her moved in, and she did not want to drive to Hope and get furniture and the things that she wanted. I told her that I would take the trailer, my husband's trailer. I'll hook it up. It was just me. My husband has to work. So I'm from a military family. I'm a big girl. I know how the hell to do shit. So I was going to hook up the trailer, go down, pick her up, and then drive all the way back, an hour back, to take her to go get some free furniture. Free shit. She tells me, no, she can't. She can't go. Why can't you go? Well, my truck is acting up and this and that. What's wrong with your truck? What? So, I have to ex-nay that. I throw all the seats down in my SUV and I load up a love seat, a used love seat that we are no longer using. And it's something she can flip and sit on. And I load it all up by myself, take it to her, and unload it by myself while she's standing there staring at me. She just carried cushions. And I said, okay, how am I supposed to get this into your apartment? Like, I'm going to need your help. Well, I have bad knees. Okay. I have more medical issues. I wanted to, you know what? No. I wanted to say that because mine are documented, but nope. I said, I get that, but it's light. We can go around this way and we can take it in the back door. It's quicker than going around the front. Okay, fine. We got it. We got it in. Great. She had no problem with the couch. Grateful to have the couch. I told her, throw a cover over it. You'll be fine. It's used. Fuck. Shit. But it's free. And so now I was like, now let me look at your truck. What's going on with your truck? I got there early in the morning. early. Because, that was the day. Yes, that was the day that we went to court. I believe. Yes. That was the day we went to court. And I had to hold her hand, talk her down from a ledge in court. Because she didn't want to testify. And I said, no, you are testifying. I said, this is how you take your power back. And the prosecutor was sitting there. Women Helping Women was sitting there. And I'm sitting there talking to her sternly. And I said, listen, you know what? You are going in there and you're telling the truth. You are standing up for you. You're taking your power back. You've come this far. I've helped you this far. Like, for what? For you to walk away and do nothing? And then what? And then what? So, she went in the courtroom. Turns out she did not testify. He took a plea deal. And he admitted in open court what he did. I heard it. She heard it. The advocate heard it. Everybody heard it. But I had to be there to literally, not figuratively, literally hold her hand in that courtroom. And then the judge asked her if there was anything else that she wanted to say. And I forget what the hell she said, but it was sarcastic. Like she was happy it was over. And she was glad that he said the words. And then she added some little sarcastic quip at the end of it. And I squeezed her hand and was like, the hell? So we ended up leaving, and that's when we went back to the house, or to her apartment. And that was when I started looking at her truck, and I had been at her apartment the whole damn day. And I was determined. I brought tools with me. I brought everything with me. And I knew what I was doing. I had my husband on the phone. I'm looking for this part. This part was nowhere to be found on this truck. But neither was Jen. Jen was in the house. Jen was in the apartment house. Whatever. Her apartment. I'm in a house. Jen's in an apartment. Watching T. Remember that, Jen? Remember that? Because I caught you. I got tired of being out there and being like, what the So I came in and I stood next to the door, just listening for a minute. And your ass was sitting at your table, not even on the free couch you just got, but still sitting at the damn table, hovering over it, heavy breathing, like you did some work. listening to T. I finally was like, are you going to come out? Like, I'm working on your truck. Are you coming out here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can. I was just making a phone call. And then I'll be out there. No, you weren't. I called you out on your BS. Get your ass outside. That's exactly what I said to you, Jen, remember? You grabbed a chair and you came out. So that whole day, you're sitting in a chair, you're streaming, or you're in everybody's lives, listening while I'm covered in grease. And all you have to say is, hold on, I'll be right back. Every 10 minutes, I need to go make a phone call. But Jennifer, we remember. I remember who you're calling. Do you remember who you were calling? Yeah, she did. She made one phone call to some god awful. Sorry, my daughter is getting a drink. To some god awful individual who thought he knew what he was doing, but he ended up driving both myself and my husband bananas. Because my husband was there until 2:00 in the morning. He finally came out and fixed your truck. Yeah. Twice. No. Hey, babe. What? How many times you fixed her truck? 2 or 3 times? Twice? Twice. Once at her work and once at her house. Yeah, once at her work and once at her house. But it wasn't just that individual you were calling, right? No, it wasn't. Because, see, your patterns of behavior is what gets you in trouble, Jennifer. You know, you're so quick to talk about people lie on me. But you don't actually look at how you're acting and what you're portraying, right? Because remember that dash cam, right? All those conversations. I wish I could play them, but they're already tagged in evidence, right? You'll find out, Jen, at the end of the live. You know, I've always told you, be honest. And you were. You were honest, Jen. You were honest. So I'm going to ask you this. When would be your recovery date? Your actual recovery date. Because I have it. I have quite a few dates, actually. And they all came from your mouth. So now, text messages, right? I don't have a whole lot from your first phone. Oh, wait. Hold on. What is this? Wait. Let's see. I think this is Scammy Claus that you sent me. Yes? Jen? August 23rd of 2024. I tell you, since this phone number no longer exists, well, I'll still be nice. Hold on. Okay. So, oh gosh, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? No. I don't like this camera. It's green. That's why my messages are green. Okay. I think you can see hers though. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to read you mine and I'll show you hers. I said, ignore the streaming at 5:46 p.m. Ignore the streaming. I told Scammy, just do you. I really don't know what that shit was about, but sounds about right. August 23rd, same day, 6:57. Shut it down and move on. Talking about it just fuels the fire. Oh, she was live. That's why. And she said, they don't listen. Awesome. Thank you. I said, you're welcome. And she sent me a happy face. I asked her, I said, are you sending me the screenshots or do you need an email? She said, my bad, doing it now. None of these are in order. Of course not. I had to put them, I had to kind of finagle as I went through them and put these things in order. But we all kind of get, Scammy, I think you remember this conversation. Yes? It says, I move at the end of next month. And you said end of September. And she said, I'm tired of the person I used to be. I want to work and help people now. Oh yeah, Scammy showed these. Okay. So these are all the screenshots that she sent me. All of those messages, right? So after all of those, and I had to piece them together, I said, okay, I pieced them together in order and got caught up to today. We will chat tomorrow night. On August 24th, I said, morning. This is how I greet someone, okay? August 24th, I said, morning. Did you go this morning? And she said, nope, Matt wouldn't give me the keys. And a mad emoji. Oh, now you can see my writing. So, I said, then she didn't message me back at all. So at 8:21, I said, do you want to talk? She said, I'm live. I said, I know, I'm watching. You can end. And then she said something, and I said, beautifully said. Never heard from her. Then August 26th, I said, heading to pick up my truck. Was already supposed to be done this morning, but the mechanic broke something else while fixing the issue. This was when I was having problems with my tire. So it's ready now, and I'm on my way to get it. I'll call you when I get on my way home. Should be at my truck in 15 minutes. She said, that's fine. I'm outside looking for cigarette butts. Matt took the cigarettes. Laugh out loud. Okay. So, then she messages me at 6:34 p.m. I believe on that same day. Yep. That night. And says, I'm at a house meeting. I said, okay, well, I have a meeting at 6. Then at 9:18 p.m., when I finally got done with everything, I said, what time are we talking tomorrow? She said, anytime. Then started sending me screenshots of, she said, I'm dealing with this message. Apparently, this is what she was dealing with. We all remember this, yes? Is that better? Yes, it said, somebody says hello. She says, who is this? Hello? And the person said, I'm looking for Matt. She said, who is this? Hello? And somebody said, a girl he's been seeing for a couple months. Someone gave me this number so to reach Matt. And Jen said, this is Matt, and I didn't give this number to no one. And the other girl said, I didn't say you did, honey. I was given this number to someone else. I really need to come over. And they say, who gave it to you and where you be at? Waiting on something. Oh, there we go. Waiting on address. And she said, you know where I live. You've been seeing me for 2 months now. So apparently this was a cheating situation. So, then, see. She goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on about all of that stupid stuff I don't even really care about. Okay. So, one key thing, Miss Jennifer, I asked if Matt had a license. Does he drive? License? And you said, no, he does not. And I remember him driving you everywhere. Interesting.
He's scamming calls with like a box.
Not right now. Just a minute. And I asked on the 27th. Let's see. Actually, Scammy, yeah, you can come up and ask a question real quick. That'll help kind of like break the monotony at the moment. Sorry. Where's the...
Hey, thank you.
Hey.
First of all, wow, you did a lot.
Oh, I'm not even halfway done yet.
You along the line of this, anybody else would have told her to go F herself and leave. And you are a much better person than everybody in here combined, I think.
I don't think that. I think
I do.
everybody here has equally, done as much for her. I mean, in their own way.
If I could just ask a couple questions just for some clarification.
Sure.
That's okay. So the apartment, her quote unquote sober living apartment, it was a sober living apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay. And she had to leave because they wanted her out because she was behind in her rent.
No, she was never forced out. She was behind, but they were willing to work with her. She wanted to leave. She was never forced out.
Okay. So she wasn't being told to leave, and was that the story she was using though?
Yes.
Okay. And it came out during that meeting that she wasn't going to meetings.
Yep.
And she wasn't working either?
She was working, but she wasn't going to the meetings on the night that she wasn't at work.
Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. So I remember she said that she got scammed out of an apartment.
Yes.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, she had said it was more than $300. I want to say she said it was like $1,200. I don't know why that amount sticks in my head, but I remember it being much more than $300 that she told people.
If the story has changed since, I know in the beginning it was the 300, because when I was on the phone, so how it went was she found this apartment and she called me to, make sure it was legit. And I looked it up. Everything seemed legit from what I was able to see. My husband looked it up on many different, realtor sites and other things as well. And then I said, well, when you talk to him, you can have him on three-way with me. And, we can have a discussion and I can let you know how I feel about it. He answered, or he explained everything to her like to a T. Like everything about it, 100 Scammy, sounded absolutely 100% legit. And I told her, I said, I think it sounds on the up and up because the programs that they're using to pay rent are actual programs that tenants use to pay rent.
Right.
So, I don't see an issue with that. That's totally fine. He's asking you to set it up. And she's like, well, he's wanting me to Cash App. And I said, okay, sometimes I don't know. At that point, for some reason, it all sounded okay. But she did not tell me that she didn't use her bank card, that she went and bought a Green Dot card.
That's ridiculous.
And put money on the Green Dot card and then gave it to him.
That makes no sense. Why wouldn't she have it directly come out of her account?
That's what I told her. I asked her the exact same thing. And she told me it's because she didn't feel comfortable about it. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? If you didn't feel comfortable about it, then you shouldn't have done it. And even then, if you would have done it out of your bank would have refunded you the money immediately.
Bingo.
And they would have gone after the guy.
Yep.
And so it was a big learning lesson for me, but I felt bad because I helped her.
Right.
And so, I told Joe, I was like, listen, I had kind of had a hand in this and I thought that this was legit. And, to be honest, making $300 is not easy nowadays. And, I get that it's tough. So, I think the right thing to do would be to help her. I'm like, if we can swing it, great. He didn't even hesitate.
Well,
and we sent it over. And we just said, Merry Christmas. Like, just don't do that shit again.
So what month did she move out of her sober living?
I want to say that I don't remember.
Was it last year or was it this calendar year?
It was this, I think it was this calendar year.
Okay.
Because she spent Christmas in sober living.
Okay. So then she leaves there and she moves in with you?
Fuck no. No. Sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. No.
I thought she moved in with you.
No.
Oh,
No. She came here. I allowed her to come here because at her apartment in sober living, A, not safe. I carried everywhere I went. And B, I have a printer. I know it's old school, but a fax. I have everything that I need at my disposal here at home, and it would be much faster to do shit here.
Okay.
And
Because I thought you said you let her move in with you, and I was like,
No.
what?
no.
Okay. So she went straight from her sober living into her new apartment, but
Yes.
she's just had some of her stuff up at your place?
Yes.
Okay. That's where I was confused.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. I think that was it. You were about to say something, and then you moved on. I didn't know if you did that on purpose. Do you
Right.
have her actual dates of when she stopped using?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to share those or no?
Those you will know you will know my answer at the end of this live.
Okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to ask for clarification. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm going to drop down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I'm trying really hard not to go back and forth. I'm so sorry. Scammy brought something up that made me think of something. And now I can't remember.
Apologizing. You're doing great.
Huh?
I said, quit apologizing. You're doing great.
Okay. I feel dumb as shit right now. Okay. So, where was I? I don't even remember where I was. Oh, okay. So, license, I found out he's still driving. What have you found that interesting, right? I then am like, I'm messaging her on the 28th of August at 1:51, and I'm like, heading to get my truck in 5 minutes. I will call you when I get home. At 6:20, after I've already been with her, I message her and I say, Jen, and there was zero response. This was last year, 2024. Sorry, my children like to just pop in and out. So we're just gonna put this down. They were told that I'm in a live and to stay away. Go ahead. I put it down. So now you can peacefully cross and not worry. Okay. Gotta love children of all ages. I do. Yeah. Aw. Preteens and teenagers. All alike. Anyway. Okay. Okay, now you can come back up. So, I got no response from her, and I'm like, what's going on? So then I get a message. And I have to scroll way back. Because Jen changed her number. Hi, Joe.
They can see me?
Yeah.
Why are they facing this direction?
Because I'm holding things up here.
Okay, well, you need to say something if you're going to do something like that. That's why the kids walk by.
Oh, well, Kylie knew.
I didn't.
Jim. Hi, Jim.
Jim.
Hey, stud muffin in the back.
It's Joe.
Just Joe.
Just Joe. Sorry, I'm still trying to scroll. Okay, there we go. Aha, there we go. August 29th of 2024. Dear Jesus. She starts sending me messages. I'm not sure before I start, unveiling a lot of these. She sends me messages from Truth Seeker trying to tell me that things are doctored. Because it says right there at 7:25 p.m. It looks doctored to me. So, then let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. She is screenshotting Truth Seeker. That's what she's doing. Okay. See, it's been a hot minute since I've seen all of these. She is screenshotting what Truth Seeker is putting out.
Why can't you sit here and face it that way?
Face what way?
That way.
Okay.
So the kids can, do as they please if they want to come in and out.
They can't be. Hold, please. How do I do that? Like,
What, mute?
yeah.
What's the fucking mute button?
Where's that at? Genius.
And then you just flip the camera.
I don't want to flip the camera.
Oh my god. You're special. You can't mute yourself.
I can mute myself.
Then figure it out. I don't want to fucking do it.
Oh. Okay, hold please. Okay. Hello?
You're good.
Bottom right, then mute. Oh, bottom right. Oh! See, I don't do this shit. We can hear you. Okay, well, you heard me. I'm real, people. That's what it is. Can't have minors on the live. Sorry. But you'll watch my husband walk away.
I don't care.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't care. Anyway. So she is basically like screenshotting Truth Seeker, essentially. There's so many freaking things. Here is, let's see. Oh, here we go. Perfect example. Okay. On December 25th, I said, Merry Christmas. And she said, you too. I have just had enough. Okay, great. I didn't really want to hear it. To be honest, it's Christmas, so I didn't message back. On the 26th, she said, I'm about to go live and call her over to my live and make her stop. I said, who? She said, effing Teresa. I don't know how she keeps getting unblocked, but really, what does blocking do? Nothing. Not hiding behind blocking people. I said, what is Teresa doing? Just requesting you? And she said, God, no. She admitting doing wrong. I said, oh, with me, you can shout it to the rooftops, but you need to speak to me first. She said, huh? I said, she's admitting what she did wrong. Yes? Well, if you did me wrong, you can shout it out from the rooftop. But if you never came to me and said sorry or anything personal to just me privately, then I would have a hard time believing anything. I just woke up. I don't know if any of that made sense because I had just woken up. So, like, this is how she greets people. I said, do not bring me up with Polly. I will handle her. Do not bring up Polly in your live. I will deal with her behind the scenes. Okay, but just so why?
You know.
Oh, just so you know, she is lying. But she still brought Polly up in that live. Because here we are. Stay out of the Polly stuff. Jen, stop. Drop her. Kick her. She is just staying for attention and info. And that was when I warned her and told her that Brandy had called her a liar because you haven't unblocked her yet. And I said, I screen recorded a lot because April allowed Dora up to explain everything. And that was, so this whole thing was when April and Jen had fallen out, and April was in a live with Brandy, or I should say Brandy was in April's live, and I think it's on this screenshot. No, it's not that one. And Brandy and April had been bad-mouthing Jen and so on and so forth, but they were still kicking it. Brandy was still kicking it with Jen. So I was letting Jen know exactly who the snakes in the grass were, if you will, to make sure that she kept her nose clean. And then let's see. There are so many messages. It's ridiculous. Here we go. Saturday morning, December 28th at 10:30 or 10:23. Not good morning. How are you? Nothing. She said, I'm going live in 7 minutes. And by the time I got up and awake, she said, Better Days is talking about me. I said, I just woke up. She's streaming someone else, but has your text up. So far, I heard her say one thing, and that was a recap about you being on this morning. She said I showed a partial message and I showed all of the messages. Yes, I heard that. I thought she had said more. I went downstairs to do laundry. I showed all of the messages. She's trying to spin something. I showed every one of the messages and read them. I said, when you go live, you need to call me because then my phone goes off. Texts are silenced until I wake up. She said, oh. So, I mean, it's just, she just goes on and on about how she is obsessed with, what is Joe saying? All we did was help her. And what? We get the short end of the stick. Yes, babe, we did. And today, she was on someone's live telling everybody that I was never an advocate, that I never did anything for her, that I signed paperwork. I'm sitting here having a whole ass conversation with my husband standing right next to me as if...
You're talking, so I don't want to interrupt you.
Well, you are interrupting me because I can't focus.
Me typing on my phone is interrupting you?
Yes, because I'm looking at what you say, because what you say matters. I love you.
Okay, well,
And
she is. Like, I don't understand the fucking purpose of this stupid life.
If you have never met Jen in person, feel lucky. She's great.
Like, all we did was help her and I've even fucking given her damn money.
Yes.
Money for rent, and then she doesn't move in because, oh, she got the short end of the stick because she got fucking, what? I can't think what happened. She got scammed out of money.
Yeah.
So I lost that money. She said, oh, I'll pay you back. She never did.
I forgot about that.
For Christmas. I
No,
gave her,
that was the 300.
Yeah, the 300. That was like, here, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And then she started crying over it.
Yes.
That
That wasn't a pay you back.
Okay, well, even so. And she's fucking bashing us still? Like, I've done nothing to her. All you did was help her. She would call you every fucking morning. That shit fucking pissed me off, too. Hey, what you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Scam, you were worried about off the rails. My husband just took it off the fucking rails.
Because I'm fucking irritated.
Well, you're the host, so you're the one that has to bring everything back on track. It's your responsibility. So I think you need to
This shit's just fucking irritating me because you guys aren't the one that has to live with this woman and has to deal with her. So, you know, when we were Block Joe, okay, yeah, block me. Go ahead.
No,
I'm
she
fucking
said,
right here.
JJ said laugh out loud.
Oh.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm a mod. I can mute you or block you.
Yeah, go ahead. Mute me.
God.
I'm just kidding.
Finish your statement. What were you
But
saying?
I mean, every single day we would have to sit here and listen to Jen complain or argue or something about whatever the hell was going on in her life. And then, you know, Kristen would have to deal with her, and then Jen would get pissed off and she'd just hang up for no apparent reason. And then she'd call back an hour or two later, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then go back over it again. Same bullshit. Like, it was a constant thing. And I had to hear it every single day because of this woman. And I'm just glad we lost contact with her, because my life's been better without knowing what the fuck's going on with her. So I don't know what the fuck she's even messaging or whatever she's doing.
I'm not messaging her.
No, whatever Jen's doing on TikTok to saying, oh, we're a bad person.
It's because she wants to feel relevant again, and I have let it go and let it go and let it go and let it go. I have not brought it to you. And today threw me over the damn edge.
It's just irritating.
It is irritating. You have a right to be irritated.
So, Jen, if you're listening,
Oh, God.
just fucking leave us the fuck alone. Stop talking about Kristen. Sorry, Scotty's wife.
No, you can say my name, Kristen. It's on there.
So, we're not messaging you. This live is only happening because you're talking shit about Kristen. So, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. There.
I can't. Do you feel better, babe?
Sure, if someone can post who said that.
See, they've even said Scotty's wife has been the quiet one out of all of us. See? For once, babe, for once, I have not said a word. Thank you.
Okay, so let's just end this live and call
No, no, now it's my turn to speak. Don't you even. You're not going to silence me now. Absolutely not, because there's plenty of shit to say, to spill.
Why do you need more receipts to show them? What are you showing them?
Well, if I just sit here and tell you, what's the point in having a whole ass live?
Good. You won't need a live then. Just show them what you need. Just like
I am showing them what I need to show them.
What's the
For
receipt
God's
for?
sakes, you guys get to hear the kind of arguments we have around this house.
I don't need to go to bed. I got shit to do, so I'm gonna
Courtney.
Go away. All right. Bye.
I'm gonna go away. Poof, be gone. I love you. I love you. That was not nice. Okay, now that just completely, yeah, we like Joe. So does everybody else. Get a ticket. He's good people. He is good people. We balance each other out, honestly. I am, if you knew me in person, I am the one that is the bulldog, and will, as mommy of the bees, or mama of the bees does it, I will all day long and rip your throat out. Joe, stop. He's hijacking everything, you guys. I am so sorry. So, yeah, he put those lights in. We're trying to redo this house. So that's why this wall looks the way it does. And my hot mess over here looks it does. Okay, so back on track. Can we please? Thank you, because he's leaving. He's going by. Thank you. Okay. He's right. Just, if I sat here and went through every freaking text, I've proved a lot tonight. She goes after everyone, and there's my baby. She goes after everyone. So, okay. Now, I lost my train of thought with these text messages. Scam allowed this to go off the rails. Yeah. Thanks, babe.
It's all my fault.
He said my ADHD is kicking in. Yeah. Well, you just hijacked mine. So, yeah. Okay. So one thing I will say, and for those that actually do know me and have spent time around me in a live or in a box, which is not often, a liar I am not. I don't. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and I have the shit to back it up. And it is what it is. I have a couple of things. So she liked to write a lot. And I have in my hand something called Tammy's Twisted Lies. We've got lie number 1, lie number 2, lie number 3, lie number 4. We'll start with lie number 4. These are her words. I'm just going to read her words. My cancer. Yes, I can prove that back Tuesday, May 31, 2022, when my doctor gave me a referral to the COVID clinic and to pulmonology. We discussed my scans and found another lump in my right breast. I have the papers from my doctor to once again prove you wrong. So those were her words. So she was trying to prove somebody wrong. Well, those medical records, Jen, and video. I'm gonna ask you all about it, right? So, what was it that I said earlier? The pink shirt and the sash that you were wearing. Is that really necessary? Just think about that before you go and answer your live or answer your TikToks tonight. Then we have I don't know if any of these really matter. Oh, here we go. Line number 2. When anyone made a Walmart order, I did go and pick it up, and I can let you know a few of them are in your videos. Are in Tammy's videos, apparently. So that's how I kind of got into the saga with Jen. Was that whole ordeal. See, she was in Hillsboro at the time, and I caught her and was like on a live, and she was freezing in her car. And so I offered to bring her some blankets and even some dog food because I had seen that she had Princess. I know how much she loves that name. And so I offered to do that for her. And I messaged her. And she then lied about me then even, and said that I was the one of the ones that beat her up. Yeah, never met her. So, but she never picked up the Walmart orders. Those were scams, actually. I don't know if you're familiar with scam artists, but they're pretty good at getting cash when you don't think that they can. And when you think they're getting food, they're not getting food. So, food for thought. Last but not least, well, I shouldn't say last, because we got just one more thing. And then I'll take whatever questions. Hey, Jen, I really hope you're watching. I really hope you're watching. Here, I'll fold it up nice and neat. There you go. And the first two lines are so pretty. Okay, they're so pretty. I'll even show that. Okay. Does this look familiar? The artwork is so pretty. It says Jennifer. And that flower? Oh man, who did this? It said, I wanted to first start off by saying I owe not only my soulmate, but soulmate? Man, Jen, you had a soulmate? Oh, that's right. You did. You had a soulmate. Here, let me turn this around now. So, there we go. Okay. You did. You had a soulmate, right? But that soulmate, yeah, he took a plea deal, didn't he? But here's my question. Why don't we talk about my sister? So I'm gonna read just a few things out of here. I wanted to also apologize for neglecting through the toughest times while I ran off because I didn't want to face the truth or reality or even listen to the one that loves me. Wow. You know, this letter is written really nicely. And it even has like a whole lot of drawings, and it has July in it, and it has August in it, and it has September in it. It has October in it, and it has November in it. It has December in it, and I wonder what happened that year. Oh no, it's not plagiarized. No, I showed what it was. Definitely not plagiarized. Here. One more sneak peek, because it's definitely not plagiarized. And Jen can't write like that. So, nope, not plagiarized. But yeah. So, before I take any questions, let me tell you this, Jennifer. I wasn't kidding when I told you that if you didn't keep my name out of your mouth, that I would see your ass in court. I wasn't kidding. Notice how I say exhibits on certain things. Because there's a lot. And when you play with the state, and try to defraud the state, by moving in to an apartment and then registering that said apartment with Safe Place, you should probably think about the company you keep. You should probably think about the things you say and do online. Because I can have you in court in no time. But you know who can have you in court faster? The state. Because they don't like liars. Especially ones that lie to officers. Especially ones that seem to talk a little too much when they're on camera, and they have absolutely no idea. So, I am done with my name in your mouth. There's already been a couple phone calls made today. And about your job, you know, the one at Speedway that you used to work at. Yeah. You keep blaming all the wrong people because you never can quite figure out who does what, can you? Maybe one day you'll learn to keep your mouth shut and not talk about me at all. Because out of all the things that I have done for you, the one thing that I prided myself on was keeping you safe. People can only be pushed so far. And when you get in bed with a fugitive, or you get in boxes with manipulators and thieves, that shows me right there that all those dates, you just added more. I know your behavior better than you know your behavior. I spent more time with you probably than your own family ever had. I gave what I could and then some. So I'll take questions in a box, just one at a time, because I don't want it to turn into a complete shit show. But I do want to keep it respectful. I don't want any bashing. So if you want a box, just say box. Oh. So the clean dates. Those are on video, and I don't know if that is something that I should share right this second. Once I get more clarification. I will definitely put that out there. It won't just be the dates, it would be the video. But I don't want to ruin what I have. If that makes any sense. No, Mel, it wasn't. I can say that it has been, I will give you this. I can tell you that it has been since, how do I word this? That was very interesting. Wasn't it? Very, very interesting.
I would say yes.
I don't know if you heard my husband. Yes, Robin. But that was made right. There was a lot that she admitted on dash cam, and you know, when it comes to those things, like I said, I want to get clarification before I just, you know, set it free.
Is Scammy not paying attention to the fucking live?
No, she is.
Then why is she asking that question?
Because that's not the only reason she got fired. That's not the only reason. Okay, so fuck. I made the phone call. And I spoke, I believe, what was his name now? It was Eric. I think his name was Eric. I can't remember. But it was the district manager, Kevin. Thank you.
You just do for fun around here. Throw shit at Kevin.
And I let him know. I told him about the lives that are held in his store, and I sent him the text messages that were sent to me with admissions and Joe's on the dance floor.
Oh shit.
Along with the picture, obviously. And I explained to him who she is and that he needed to watch the cameras and be mindful. I gave my name. I wasn't ashamed of that. That was all she wrote. Oh, for fuck's sake. So, you know,
Unless you're paying.
one thing that, you know, it's hysterical because she sits and she blames all of these people. All of these people. And then she turns around and says that I am the worst one out of all of them. So, be careful what you wish for. So, does anybody else have any other questions?
Oh, these ladies are funny.
Scam, I know somebody that you're about to block.
Me? You know I'm a mod, right?
Who's getting blocked?
Joe goes, you know I'm a mod, right?
Can mods block other mods?
Please, by all means, I welcome it. I welcome it.
All right, we got 5. Who's got 6?
Stop it. You know, I have done good this far. I'm trying to end, and you're
They're in there
being an asshat. Oh my God.
They want to see me, I guess.
Well, then go over there. You're on the dance floor. I mean, shit. Do you have proof it was Jay? Well, an innocent lady got blamed. Yes, I do. And I sent it to her employer.
She won't show up where?
I heard her say it in a live today, and I'm sorry. What are you talking about, Robin?
Mel said she won't show up. Don't worry. What does that mean?
I don't know. You're too busy dancing for money. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, she won't show up. Oh, for the RO. Yeah. No, she won't. She runs like a track star anytime I go in alive to try and even talk to her. In the live you were in today. Okay, I'm lost now. Okay, hold on. In the live I was in, or she was in.
She blamed.
I heard her say it in a live today, and I'm sorry. Oh, okay, got you. Yes. Yeah, I wouldn't get a box. And that's the only reason she stayed, was because I wouldn't get a box. I wasn't given a box. Does she have a box? Does she have a job now? I have not, honestly, given the effort
Does it matter if she has a job or not?
to look.
She'll find money some way.
Said you were the worst one and I got muted. Say again? What? Okay, Robin, can you please get a box? Because I am more than lost. Yes, I think I saw you in there. She got 2 Walmart orders from TikTok already. I got muted for sticking up for you. Oh. Okay. Got you. Okay. Got you.
Is Robin close
Yes.
to Jen?
No, to us.
Oh, even better. She want to go to lunch sometime?
Oh my God. Well, then I guess Monday. Then I guess Monday's drive won't be in vain.
Are you gonna treat me to lunch?
What? Joe, so help me God.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, your wife, Joe. Texas Tiff said she can treat a fellow vet. You were Army though, weren't you, Tiff? That's funny. You were Army? Were you Army? Navy. She was Navy. So she gave you a ride. Have a good day. Yes, you too. Love you. That is all. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, under the Navy SEAL.
Was there anybody else that maybe wanted to take a box to ask any questions or anything like that?
I'm losing my mind trying to read comments about anything. So, do you have any questions about Jen? If you do, please take a box because I can't.
Or even just any feedback that you wanted to give on the information that was presented tonight. And remember, Jen's listening, so, you know, if you want to say something, she'll probably hear it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wifey will be posted on my YouTube, which is Scamslam 412.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I don't have any questions. I would just like to say that it's very appreciative. You did amazing tonight. And it's very appreciative that you are also showing some of her lies that she's done in the recent past.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you just you did. Oh my God, I cannot thank you enough.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I wanted to show more. I mean, I wanted to do more. I just is so like the amount that I have right now, we would be here for 24 hours.
Yeah, and I knew that you would have had more than anybody just because you were in her life,
Mm-hmm.
where we were just TikTok.
Right.
So I just thank you for being able to come on here, and tell your story and to give your information. Like I said, it's very appreciative.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't want to, and there's still a lot that I am, holding back just because, the advocate part of me is still trying to be somewhat respectful and hopeful that she will just shut the fuck up. I'm done. I'm done with this saga. I am now going to let the state deal with her.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna assist the state.
Yep. But that's
I
all
do
I
have
wanted
one
to say.
question. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, T.
No, go ahead.
I just had a question. So when I might have missed it during the timeline.
Here.
No,
Oh wow, really?
No, it hasn't.
It
was this year.
Was it this
She
year?
just moved in this year. She hasn't even been in an apartment a whole year.
It was when she first moved in there.
Hang on. Let me look at my very last text message.
I'm sorry. You don't. It's okay. I was trying to get an idea of the timeline of how long it's been
At least
since
9
you've last
months.
communicated. Because for her to just bring you up out of
In every live she goes into, I have constant recordings that people send me.
Why don't you just go back and then go back into it?
I could have. Okay, so April 6th.
okay, so about 6-7 months. Okay, 7 months.
6,
Okay.
7.
Shut up. Oh, yeah, so this is how we fell out. I read something on Reddit on April 4th. It was a Friday. And it said Scotty's wife, mommy, in Jen's words. And it was rather mean about me. And so I sent her the screenshot with, a thinking face, and she said, "What is that shit? I have never said none of those things. So WTF? When have I used pile of junk words? Really? I just got out of the hospital, so please." Okay. I said, I don't know, but you have said those things about the Jordans. That is what someone posted on Reddit about me, painting me as some awful person. I have never been awful to you ever, just to make that clear. She said, no, I have said it to you, but I never said that to anyone. If you want to know the truth, Kelly tore me a new ass for buying those shoes, which was a flat lie. Those Jordans, because she asked me that night to come pick up the money, go buy those shoes and bring them to her.
Yep. I remember that.
And I was like, you have got to be on something to think that. And I was like, no. I said, you know what? You need to start saving your money for your apartment. Like, I'm glad you have money for shoes, but like, just because you have the money doesn't mean you should spend the money. I was the one that told her not to get the shoes. Well, she ended up leaving and she went and bought the damn shoes anyway. And she said, Kelly tore her a new ass for buying the shoes. She said I should have saved money and not buy shoes because she doesn't have a dryer and she is a broke bitch. Those was her words. But believe what you would like to. They was the ones that really kept me from talking to you. They trying to brainwash me. So whatever. Oh my God. Y'all just fucking keep pushing. Fuck it. Man, I never said shit. So you come and accuse me. Really? If you are a part of them, then I'm good. Well, at 9:36, she then said, can you call me ASAP? I said, what's up? Can't call at the moment. I really didn't want to talk to her after the way she spoke to me. And she said, nothing. I'm going to let them finish me off because tonight is it. And then she said, I went to Reddit. Dora is a mod on Reddit. What do I do now? No worries. The police is right here. You have some of my belongings that I would like back. Kelly just lied to you. So that was that night that we were all in a live. In my live. And she was talking to the officer or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And she said, no worries. Your text coming soon. I contacted authorities because you said it a private investigator and you're an advocate. And you putting my information out for malicious intent. Well, that's a crime. And you have my house key and my mailbox key. And you have my tablet, my computer, and important papers that you are going to put out on social media for malicious intent. I did nothing wrong. I said immediately, no, she wrote that at 1 a.m. So at 7:14 on April 6th at Sunday.
You have people want to join the live as a guest.
What?
It says invite so-and-so to join as a guest.
Okay, yeah, no.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to keep up.
April 6th on Sunday, I said, I did nothing malicious. You gave me your things for safekeeping, and that is exactly what has been done. Nothing has been shared or given out. I would never do such a thing. I have never done such a thing. I was always there to help and try to guide you, but you did what you wanted. As you are an adult and you have that choice. As far as releasing private text messages between us, here's some light reading for you before you do that. FYI, your belongings will be delivered to you today, all within the condition you have given them to me. And then I sent her a screenshot
It's lagging.
about...
Someone says lagging.
Oh, well, that's because they're probably reporting. Well, I'm almost done, so.
Do I get to play the song?
Huh? No.
It's a good song.
No. So I sent her a screenshot that said, I don't think I'm supposed to like my own life. That's like, it's not lagging? Okay. I'm just so used to like tapping. See, now you've got me doing it. Like I'm squirrel.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to
God.
keep up with the comments too.
Okay. The screenshot says invasion of privacy, defamation, emotional distress, damages, proving a case, and releasing text messages, so on and so forth, is not okay. Then on April 6th at 3:52, I said, tablet returned the way it was given. Joe could not fix it and was broken. Would not charge when given to me. Computer condition was same way. All paperwork and sensitive information included in bag. House and mail keys were placed on the work counter as on video. I went to her work. I videoed everything and put all the stuff on the counter, and there you go. She immediately called 911 and said that.
You went there to harass her.
Hold on, I still have it. She said that I was up there to harass her and hurt her and everything else. When she already knew I was bringing everything to her. So that was the last time that I actually spoke to her, and then I blocked her completely.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Come on.
No,
It's good.
no. I don't know what this AI means. It says discussion of Jordan's and legal issues. Comment now. What the hell? But you know, I think no, you're not playing it. I think that as much as I have and as much as I want to put out there, you know, I will find out about the videos. I don't necessarily want to put them out there. I think that is pretty damning for her. And I definitely don't want to be the person responsible for something, if you know what I mean. But I will, I mean, if I'm allowed, but I will tell you, I'll make a post and I'll be honest, let you guys know what I can and cannot do. But she has now been put on notice that all of the warnings, Jen, that I gave you, I gave you how many fucking warnings? How many? I don't even know how many. And I was polite. And all you had to do today was just talk. And you continued to badmouth me with me in that chat and allow someone else that I didn't even know to do just as bad. So I am not too concerned with you anymore. I hope that what is coming for you hits you pretty hard. So, you are like a 12-year-old. Let me play it. Joe had.
I'm gonna hop down. I know Dora wanted to come up and say something.
Okay.
But
Thank you,
again,
Chi.
you're welcome.
It's great.
You and your greatness, I swear.
Fucking amazing.
Okay, well, if I hear any more AI songs, I'm gonna like.
Oh, did you mute?
No,
No.
I didn't mute. I hope everybody heard that.
Just brought
Hey,
Dora up. Hey, Dora.
Hello.
I just wanted to come up and say fantastic job, and we want to say thank you so much for, just putting this out there for the people, the new people, the people that don't understand Jen's pattern, because lots of people are just like, oh my god, oh my gosh, T and Dora and all these women are just doing all these awful things to her, including yourself. It kind of sheds a whole new light for the people that maybe had questions to understand, this game that Jen plays. And I secondly would like to say that I'm sorry that she put you through this much hell. Like T said, we're internet people, right? We've been dealing with their ass for 2 years on the internet, but you dealt with it in real life. That's a whole nother level that at this point, I can't say that I wouldn't have been done the first 10 days of the bullshit that you went through.
It's funny because
Yep.
I said hold my beer because
I'm gonna change.
I
this
remember.
woman.
Shut your mouth. I remember a live that I was in, trying to be right. And it was with Scammy and Texas Tiff and a few other people, the night that she actually did get I don't know how to say it online, assaulted. And so I was like, why, instead of talking about it, why is nobody calling 911? And Texas Tip, I'm gonna blame you. I know you're in here. She said,
No, and I remember that because everybody else was like, fuck Jen.
Yeah, she was like, Texas Tiff goes, well, what are you doing about it? Why don't you call 911? I was like, I already did. And like her and I kind of had some heated words back and forth. And she's like, well, then you go handle it. And the moment I heard that, I was like, bet. And I went radio silent after all of that.
Yeah, and I know you did a lot of handling a lot of her issues for her, mostly all of her stuff. And there's also, you were on the forefront of all that and the brunt of everything that she had been doing. But the biggest thing, you stood 10 toes for her, and you tried to be her friend. You tried to be the person that helped her and truly wanted to see her do better. Like most people did. Everybody wanted her to do better, but she's this type of bullshit that she does. It's just past the point of people even caring anymore about what she has to say, or the lies that she's going to tell next. And I hate that she did it to you and your family and drained you like that.
Yeah.
Like, she's not trying to assist you. She's not trying to do anything. That alone tells you enough of what she felt about your friendship. It was there for what can you do for me, but not me give any energy back into you.
Mm-hmm.
And be grateful enough for that. And I hate that for you, because I know that you genuinely were there. You were coming from a place in your heart to be there for her. And she shit on that yet again. And the last live, I do remember, because remember, it was you, me, T, and Kelly Denton, and a couple other people in a box when Jen came over to the live and actually was screaming for the police on us when we were in the live that night.
Was that? I think that was not. Was that my live? That was my live, wasn't
Yes.
it?
Yes. That
When
was
she
back in
was,
April.
yeah, when she was talking, like she called the police because we were talking shit about her on live or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the police happened to walk into the place where she was, I
Yeah.
guess her work.
Yeah.
And she was like, these people are doing, and he even said in the live, he's like, you're not innocent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Freedom of speech, bitch.
No.
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Joe.
Yeah, it was definitely that night. I remember that. I will never forget that because you told her then. You said, in the morning, I will be bringing you your belongings to your work. She goes, okay.
Yep.
So there was no harassment. There was none of that stuff. You simply told her what the motive would be, and you did tell her that you would get an officer if need be. You would also record it just so for your protection.
Speedway police.
And I want it on record, Jennifer. This entire live, I still have not given your address.
No, you haven't. None of us had her address. None of us knew anything because first of all, we hadn't even talked to you. And secondly, she stated they would not quit calling my job. And that got me fired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She said it multiple times. And unfortunately, it's the same vicious cycle. But I did want to say thank you so much. And again, I'm sorry that she did this to you and your family. And if you need anything, we're here.
Thank you. No, I think the best thing, I told the chat in that other cuckoo's nest, I told her chat that, it's freedom of speech because they kept asking me if I was trying to silence Jen. And I said, absolutely not. I love it when she talks. Please allow her to talk. And because I was recording the whole thing. So I wasn't there to be rude. I wasn't there to be disrespectful. And she was. So
It was her way of trying to get you silenced. She didn't want you allowed in a box, the same as it is if anywhere else. She didn't want to allow you to speak at all, and that's how she is. She's like, oh, they're the bullies. That's the bully group. But in reality, none of us have ever. Just like a couple of weeks ago, she was in another live saying that she had been receiving text messages from all of them telling her to off herself. False.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, she can't show. That's the thing, is she can't show receipts. And
did she ever show any of those messages? Probably not, because she always makes all these claims with no proof.
Yeah.
And when she does show a message, she'll actually modify it to where it says something like someone will comment something and she'll delete a message so it looks like they said this and didn't say that.
Oh my God.
So I've seen that.
And that's true
too.
That's true, Joe. I have seen her do that. And she actually will text herself claiming to be somebody else. When she got a hold of me, she was pretending to be JJ down here in the chat being a hacker.
All I can do is what I'm doing now.
And we appreciate that. And, I appreciate all the time that you've put in. And again, I will say it for everybody that in case you missed my comment earlier, Scotty's wife has been the quiet one out of all of us.
Yeah.
She has not spoke because I instantly reverted to cussing her ass out. No.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's wife has sat back for months and months and months and months and has not said a word. In fact, the only live you held is because you gave her a warning shot then.
Mm-hmm.
And that was saying, Jen, stop. You do not want me to talk about this. Stop.
I'll tell you
And
one
it
thing
kept
though.
on and on and on.
I'll tell you one thing though. I am kind of jealous of Jen because she has 128 people in this live talking about her.
It's 130. Get it right.
Okay, 130. Sorry. I wish I had 130 people talking about me, but you know.
That could be
I
arranged.
swear to God. Could you just go away?
I won't go away until you play the song.
You know, Scotty's wife, Joe, wants his awareness live held on him.
I swear. You know what? I need to have Mexican homie start a file. Like, I cannot with this man. God. You're going to get a file. That's what you're going to get.
You're going to get a file and you're going to see Scotty's wife get up in a box and be like, okay, he's my fucking blood pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
This is...
Yeah.
Yeah, see, play this song. I really do
What-
want to play
I-
this song. I'm telling you. This song is legitimately about Jen.
If
I
I
made it.
I don't want to.
I'm here for
TikTok.
Joe's song, though.
TikTok. I AI generated this song myself. I own the rights to this song. There. Now I can play it, right?
I do not want
It's freedom of speech.
to get
You're not gonna get
nannered.
nannered because I made this song myself.
I think we should be spamming the chat for justice for Joe right now.
Justice for Joe. See, you turned the whole damn chat against me.
Okay.
How do you do that?
Okay, listen.
I cannot with you. God, you are like a 5-year-old. Play the damn song.
It's a
Jesus.
2-minute song, but it is. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm jumping down.
It's
I
fucking
can't.
awesome.
No.
Justice for Joe.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Jesus.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Like you, how did I get roped in? She knows I can't refuse. I just want to be friends, but she's reaching at my good intent, and I keep coming back again and again, and I keep coming back again and again. She don't care. She's wherever you don't dare to stop her. Now everybody's in love with Jen. Scaring you on it. She takes it. Everybody's in love with Jen. Scaring you on TikTok again. Don't get too close to her, my friend. 'Cause everybody's in love with Jen. She takes it. Is this the end? It's all been one big bruise. Don't wanna lose a friend, but she never tells the truth. She plays pretend, and it's not like I can recommend getting in too deep, 'cause she's never leaving. She don't care. She's well wherever you don't dare to stop her. Now everybody's in love with Jen. Scaring you on TikTok again. Don't get too close to her, my friend. 'Cause everybody's in love with Jen. She takes it. Everybody's in love with Jen. Scaring you on TikTok.
Don't encourage him. What the hell? You're a great songwriter. Yeah. If only they knew how many damn songs I've had to listen to in the last 2 days.
Oh, don't worry. I got a shit ton more.
Oh my God, go away. I cannot. Go away. You've hijacked enough. All right.
If anybody wants the video or the audio, just you can message me on TikTok and I'll send it to you.
Okay, bye, Joe.
No, I'm gonna watch
Say
this.
bye, Joe. Bye, Joe.
And the CMA award goes to Joe.
God.
Yeah, see, Dora liked it.
Scam.
You're on your own.
You know what? See, you're not helping here. You're even laughing when I call on you.
I say go, Joe. I say go, Joe.
No! Good God.
It was a great song, wasn't it? All about Jen.
Yeah. All about Jen. All right. Well, I hope that I did not, like stutter or draw out too much. I tried to go as fast as I could. This was a long ass live. I just looked at what time it is. So I'm so sorry. But I hope you liked it and got what you needed from it. So,
Especially you, Jen.
yeah, especially you, Jen.
You did great, and it took as long as it needed to take, to get. It's a lot of information, and like you said, you could be here for a year if you really went through every detail. So,
Yeah. Good night, Jennifer.
My ladies.
Have a great night.
You too, Scam. Thank you.
You're welcome.